Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Katie Asco from Dublin, Ireland, and these are your latest headlines from around the world. The timely intervention of Nigerian troops prevented the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Orlu from being abducted by armed men. On Sunday, October 31st, government troops rushed to help Bishop Augustine Cuomo at the Diocesan Catholic Secretariat of Orlu following a distress call. As the troops approached, the armed bandits gave up their attempt to loot the building and abduct the prelate and fled. The bishop, his secretary and assistant secretary are all safe, and the army will continue to maintain vigil. Kidnappings by armed bandits are on the rise in Nigeria, and priests and bishops are often targeted. Also in Nigeria, a forum representing Christians from northern states has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to put an end to discrimination against Christians. The Northern States Christian Elders Forum appealed to the president to appoint indigenous Christians from his home state of Katsina in key positions. In a statement, the chairman of the group said that Buhari's recent call for unity during the 61st Independence Day address is empty rhetoric, as he has failed to practice what he preaches. He says it is a, quote, perpetration of the terrible injustice of the past by the systemic replacement of the favoured by the same group. In Pakistan, the local branch of Catholic aid organisation Caritas Internationalis has given monetary help to 60 Christian families who have been evicted in an anti-encroachment drive in the port city of Karachi. Volunteers of Caritas Karachi handed over cheques to the evicted families on October 27th in a ceremony attended by Archbishop Benny Mario Travas and other priests. The money will help the families to pay the rent on their new homes. Regional coordinator for Caritas, Amir Robin, told UCA News that they will continue to support the families by providing skill training for women and youth and ensuring psychological and educational support to children. Help will also be given to start small businesses. Following a court order to remove informal dwellings near two streams passing through Karachi, civic authorities have embarked on an anti-encroachment drive. This has largely affected the Christian community, which maintains a strong presence in the area. Archbishop of Guayaquil in Ecuador, Monsignor Luis Cabrera, has slammed the desecration of a Catholic chapel attached to a historic college run by the Salle congregation. An indecent music video showing scantily dressed actors was shot inside the chapel of St. Joseph's College in Guayaquil. The video shows three partially undressed men approaching two women seated on thrones in front of the altar. A former student of the college had obtained permission for the shoot. In a statement, the congregation condemned the profane incident and said that they were not aware of the contents of the script when the alumnus sought their permission. Slamming the act, the Salle brothers have asked the former student to remove the visuals. Radical feminists have vandalized a Catholic church in Bolivia in the middle of Sunday Holy Mass. A group of four attacked the minor basilica of St. Lawrence the Martyr, while Archbishop Sergio Gualabart of Santa Cruz was celebrating. Mouthing profanities, the women damaged the facade of the building and sprayed the walls with red paint. They were later evicted by police. Local media reports say the feminists belonging to Mujeres Criando attacked the cathedral to protest the position of the church in the case of an 11-year-old girl who had become pregnant through sexual violence. Government institutions and the press have blamed church intervention for the girl refusing to undergo an abortion. However, Episcopal Delegate for Health of the Archdiocese, Victor Hugo Valda, denied that the church had intervened in the girl's decision. Hundreds of pro-lifers gathered in the city centre of Glasgow in Scotland on Thursday, October 28th for the annual Torchlight procession. Over 700 people gathered in George Square to pay homage to the millions of babies who were aborted since Britain passed the Abortion Act in 1967. Before the march, a rosary led by Father Ryan Black was followed by a Holy Mass at St Andrew's Cathedral. The Torchlight procession is a peaceful vigil held by prominent pro-life organisation Society for the Protection of Unborn Children, also known as SPUC, every October. According to Michael Robinson, Executive Director of SPUC, almost 10 million babies have been aborted in the UK since the Abortion Act was passed 54 years ago. Furthermore, abortion hit an all-time high in the UK in 2020, with over 210,000 unborn babies killed in England and Wales alone, and another 13,815 in Scotland, as per the latest reports. The US Supreme Court heard arguments yesterday, November 1st, in 2 cases challenging the Texas fetal heartbeat law, which outlaws most abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The justices heard arguments in 2 cases over whether abortion providers or the Justice Department can mount federal court challenges to the Texas law, which defenders argue is shielded from federal court review. Lawsuits filed by abortion providers Whole Woman's Health versus Jackson and United States versus Texas argue that the law passed by Texas conflicts with the Supreme Court rulings that prohibit a state from banning abortion in early pregnancy. On December 1st, the justices will separately hear a challenge to Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey in a case over the state of Mississippi's ban on abortion after 15 weeks. San Francisco Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone has pointed out the need for Eucharistic revival among Catholics in a reflection shared with the Catholic media group. The Archbishop believes that the diverse issues of politics, homelessness and abortion can be reconciled under the Catholic sacramental concept. He went on to say that people who have become materialistic must reform their minds through the Holy Eucharist. The Cardinal has challenged bishops and other religious leaders to seek a profound Eucharistic revival, which he says will necessitate a renewal of the faith and check the rising number of abortions and issues related to homelessness. His statement comes just before the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops' Autumn General Assembly, which will be held from November 15th to 18th in Baltimore. During the meeting, the bishops will discuss a new document on reviving Eucharistic devotion. Those are your latest headlines. Do join us tomorrow and visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.